Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Terry.
We'll hope some other people will show up and someone right now. We've got a few more minutes, so we'll see if anyone else shows up and then we'll get started. It's just about 2 o'clock, so I guess we'll get started. I hope everyone's doing well. We don't have much of an agenda for today other than to do a training. Does anyone have any questions before we get started? Okay. There are no questions. I would ask everyone, unless you have a question, to please mute your mics, and I will start in on the training, and then I'll be open to questions. Okay. I'm going to start by sharing my screen here. So today we're going to cover the wonderful world of filters. Hopefully some of you were able to come to the last training where we covered information about core sources and display fields and transforms. And we'll continue with that same report we were using there. and add on filters. These filters will come from that same course source and of course be used differently. Basically, filters just help you limit your results. Below you will see what to do to limit results by library. This is extremely useful. You can use it on just about any report, but most of us always want to have a report of our particular library. So this comes in handy to be able to limit the report information to your particular library. And here we're just going to the ILS user, the basic information that pops up from it. We choose home library and raw data, and we'll just click add our fields. The next thing we want to do is change the operator. And the operator tells the filter how to exactly it will filter the chosen source path. So to change an operator, all you have to do is click on that line down at the bottom, which is your filter. You can either right click or choose the actions menu. Go down to change operator and click on it. Then you should see something like this pop up. And we're going to choose in list, which would give us a list of all the Missouri Evergreen libraries to pick from when we do the report. Next filter we'll use is card privilege expiration date. And we're doing the same thing. ILS user is our source path. We choose privilege expiration date. Here we'll choose date and click add our field. And we'll change this operator to greater than or equal to. There's lots of different ones you can use for date. Greater than or equal to will give us people that are still active card user accounts.
No, you can go watch on the TV. That's all you're getting.
And next, we'll try to add, say, the postal code. Here we'll have to go further down in the resources under ILS user. We'll choose physical address, then choose postal code and raw data, and add the field. Then you can save your template. And the template will look like this. It'll have all of our report columns, which is our display information. Here we have the home library user filter, the physical expiration date, where we can get a drop-down calendar menu by just clicking. And then we can just type in our postal code. And this one is actually available on a shared, it should be under PB admin test, I believe, in the shared folders if anyone wants to play with it. But there also is a downside to filters. Here we're going to look at a circulation report with the ability to sort by date, checkout library, and shelving location. And it's a perfectly good report, but say you want to limit by all the fiction books that went through your library in 1 month. And you went in and you picked all of the shelving locations that you thought were fiction. You'll find out that those shelving locations do not cover all of Missouri Evergreen. They'll cover your library. There might be a handful that are from another library, but mostly it's going to probably just cover your library and your shelving filters or locations. So you'll wind up missing out on all of those different items you've gotten in from other libraries and all of those circulations. So it's much easier to go to do a report without limiting by or filtering by shelving location and doing your filtering when you get into a Google Sheets or Excel for something like that. And that's all I had to cover on that subject. Next time I'm going to try to do something on cloning and adjusting reports. It is easier than cloning humans. And apparently somebody's testing our intercom here at the moment. I'll try to mute that here as we are working library, so everyone's at work. So does anyone have any questions about filters? Something they're interested in trying to filter? Something that they didn't see covered here that they would like more of an explanation on? I'll be glad to answer questions. No questions? Any other report questions anyone might have, I'll be always glad to answer them or to look into the subject for you. Anyone have any reports that they're working on that they would like some help with? We're always glad to help with that as well.
I do have, this is Hannah. I do have a question about the filters and leaving it more broad.
Sure.
Sometimes I've run into having a report so broad that it doesn't actually complete running because it's just too big.
Yeah.
Is that an issue with making it wider? Is there a way to like maybe break up a report so that you can get data in smaller chunks?
You can try doing it by date. Like if I find that if I try to do an entire year report, especially if I'm looking for listings on listing each title that's checked out or something like that, it's going to take forever. So limiting it to a month helps a lot. So, I mean, filters really do help quite a bit. They have a upside and a downside, but they do help quite a lot. And of course, limiting by library is wonderful. I would not want to have to filter or to go through everyone else's circulations for a month. So I'm glad we're able to do that. But I would say try limiting by the date. So if a month of report is not going through properly, try a week and see if that helps.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Oh, come on.
And we have something in chat here. So I tried to create a report for pre-cats, but the existing template gave me repetitive information. Can someone share a good template for pre-cats or help me create one? Thank you. If you'll send me the name of the report that you used, I can try to dig in and see if I can find something that would be a little more what you're needing. Also, if you'll tell me the exact information you're looking for, if there's a way of narrowing it down some in pre-cats, I'd be glad to help with that. And if anyone else out there knows of a really good pre-cat report, or would like to share one, please do. And Lisa, I was going to ask about the report that you've been asking about. I thought it was you that you were needing help with a report recently.
Yes, it was, I was trying to filter, if I can remember correctly. I was trying to filter and get, I'm sorry, I can't remember
Oh,
exactly
no,
what it
you're
was.
fine. You're fine.
You sent me some information and I'm going to work on that. Haven't had time yet. I think we were wanting to know an alert message.
Yes.
Anything that we've put an alert message on for our shelver and our person who does inventory. And we were trying to get a report with everything that had a message on it. And I'm still working on that, but I'm hopeful that the information you gave me will be good.
I'd sent something I'd found, but I'm not sure if it would work. I was just going to ask and see if it did work, but if you hadn't made it to it yet. That's all right.
We were having trouble with our inventory reports. They were not functioning at all, and they had been. And we found out going through that it's not something to do with the report, but it was something to do with software. And that, so we can only do our inventory by doing an item status now, instead of doing it through the regular inventory mode, check-in mode, until they get it fixed.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that though. That's not fun. That's no
No.
fun. Hopefully that suggestion I gave may help. If not, I'll try to look for something else.
Okay. I'm
My
hoping
problem
to
is,
work on it this afternoon.
my problem is we don't use the alert note. So if I do a report to look for alert notes, we don't use that. So it won't return anything. So
It's been very helpful for our shelver and our inventory person, and for items that have been not returned. We find that if we can put an item alert on it when it's checked in, then the person checking it in knows to give it to a certain person to deal with.
yes, I mean, it makes sense. And I hope we can help you with that one. So anyone else have any report questions, or feel free to send me an email if you do, or to put something in chat. No? Okay. If anyone else has any other questions, I'll be glad to help. If not, I will go ahead and entertain motions to end the meeting.
Hannah, I motion to end.
Thank you, Hannah. Well, I think that will do it for today's meeting. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you listening to me ramble on about filters for a little bit. And hopefully we'll have a good meeting next time. Please contact me if you need anything. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Tony. I appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Hmm?